A very pleasant morning, children. I, Tanima Seth, your English teacher, hope that you all are doing well. Children, in today's session, you'll learn about adverbs, its kinds, and position of adverbs in a sentence. From the very word children, you can make it out that what is an adverb. Add plus verb. So it means what? Addition to a verb. An adverb is a word which adds to or modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb in a sentence. Let's take an example. The economically weaker sections should be very gradually uplifted. Now, of course, over here we know that the three words that have been highlighted with the pink color are adverbs. But how? The word economically over here qualifies or modifies the adjective weaker. Again, we are told that these sections, which are weaker sections, should be uplifted. But how should they be uplifted? Gradually. So gradually is another adverb. It is modifying or adding to the meaning of the verb uplifted, as well as very. Very is adverb of degree, and over here it shows how much or to what extent, right? So therefore it is modifying another adverb gradually in this sentence. Hence the three words economically, very, and gradually. Economically is modifying the adjective weaker. Gradually is modifying the verb uplifted. Very is modifying the adverb, another adverb in the sentence, gradually. Hence, they are adverbs. So, an adverb is a word which adds to or modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb in a sentence. Now, let's see and learn about kinds of adverbs. Children, adverbs may be divided or may be classified according to their meaning into three categories: simple adverbs, interrogative adverbs, and relative adverbs. Simple adverbs may be further subdivided according to their different functions. The first simple adverb is adverbs or adverb of time. Now, an adverb that shows when an action takes place is called an adverb of time. The adverb of time answers the question when. For example, he goes there daily. When? Daily. They formerly lived here. When? Formerly. I hurt my knee yesterday. When? Yesterday. We shall now begin to work. When? Now. So, adverbs of time indicate the time of the action. Some of the common adverbs of time are yesterday, today, tomorrow, now, then, since, immediately, soon, before, already, ago, late, early. Second kind of simple adverb is adverb of place. An adverb that shows where an action takes place is called an adverb of place. And it answers the question where. Go there. Where? There. My sister is out. Where? Out. The horse galloped away. Where? Away. And so on. So the adverb of place indicates the place of the action. Some of the common adverbs of place are in, out, here, there, near, far, up, down, within, without, above, below, hither, thither. Third kind of simple adverb is adverb of manner. An adverb that shows how or in what manner something takes place is called an adverb of manner. It answers the question how or in what manner, right? Like if I say Mukund reads clearly, how? Clearly. Finish this task completely, how? Completely. Or in what manner? Completely. The child slept soundly, how? Soundly, and so on. So the adverb of manner indicates how an action is performed. Some of the common adverbs of this type are well, sadly, softly, thus, badly, certainly, fast, and most adverbs that end in ly. The next kind of simple adverb is adverbs of degree or quantity. An adverb that shows how much or in what degree or to what extent is called an adverb of degree or quantity, right? Like for example, you are partly right. How much? Partly. These oranges are almost ripe. How much? Almost. It was quite good. How much? Quite. Or to what extent? It was quite good. So, the adverb of degree or quantity answers the question how far or how much, or in what degree or to what extent. It indicates the degree, quantity, or extent of an action, quality, or manner. Some of the common adverbs of this type are nearly, quite, to, very, almost, rather, partly, much, wholly. The fifth kind of simple adverb is adverb of frequency or number. An adverb that shows how often or in what order an action is done is called an adverb of number or frequency. She always tries to do her best. How often? Always. He often makes mistakes. How often? Often makes mistakes. I have not seen her once. In what order? Once. I have warned you thrice. How often or in what order? Thrice. So, the adverb of frequency or number answers the question how often. It indicates how often the action takes place. Some of the common adverbs of number of frequency are seldom, never, always, often, sometimes, once, twice, thrice, firstly, secondly, thirdly, and so on. Now, The second kind of adverb is interrogative adverb. Adverbs which are used for asking questions are called interrogative adverbs. And of course, they are used in the beginning of a sentence to ask questions, right? And at the same time, they indicate when, where, how often, how much, and why the action takes place. All right? For example, where is Raja? Why are you late? How did you solve this sum? When did you come? Now, in all these examples, you can see that the interrogative adverbs where, why, how, and when, they are actually modifying the verbs is, are, did solve, and did come. So in all these sentences, the interrogative adverbs are modifying verbs. Where modifies the verb is, why modifies the verb are, how modifies the verb did solve, and when modifies the verb did come. Third kind of adverb is relative adverb. Now, they are adverbs which join two sentences together. In form, they are the same as the interrogative adverbs when, where, why, how. But they are called relative adverbs because they relate like a relative pronoun to some antecedent, that is noun or pronoun. So relative adverbs join two sentences and relate or refer back to their antecedents, right? Like Shimla, where I had my education, is a beautiful town. So it is not only joining two sentences, Shimla is the place where I had my education, or Shimla is a beautiful town, but at the same time it is referring back to Shimla. Where is a relative adverb which is referring back to its antecedent Shimla. The year when she died was 2007. Again, over here the relative adverb when is referring back to the year. Alright, its antecedent. So you should keep three things in mind. A simple adverb just simply modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb in a sentence. An interrogative adverb not only modifies some verb but also introduces a question. And thirdly, a relative adverb not only modifies some verb but relates to some antecedent, that is noun or pronoun, and also joins two sentences. Now, coming to the most significant aspect of this topic, that is position of adverbs. An adverb must be placed in the correct position in a sentence. So here are some of the rules regarding the position of adverbs in a sentence. Adverbs of time, place, and manner are generally placed after the verb in a sentence. But if there is a direct object that is, that has been given in a sentence, then of course it needs to be placed after the object if there is one. For example, they will go there. Now over here, adverb of place has been placed just after the verb will go. I met her yesterday. Now over here in this sentence you can very well see met is the verb, her is the object, right? And it has been placed right after the object. Adverb of time, that is yesterday. Similarly, he speaks English well. So Speaks is the verb, English the object. So if in a sentence the object is given, of course it will be placed after, the adverb of manner has been placed right after the object English. Okay, so well has been placed right after the object English in this sentence. The last few weeks have gone quickly. Again, adverb of manner, quickly, has been placed right after the verb have gone, as it doesn't have any of the object in the sentence. Similarly, I live here, hang the clothes there, I've looked everywhere, they arrived yesterday. So over here, all these adverbs of place or time, like here, there, everywhere, yesterday, have been placed either after the verb or after the object. Here has been placed right after the verb live. There has been placed right after the object, the clothes. Everywhere has been placed right after the verb have looked. And yesterday has been placed right after the verb arrived. The third rule says that when there are two or more adverbs after a verb and its object, the order that needs to be followed for this is adverb of manner, adverb of place, and adverb of time. So when there are more than one adverb in a sentence, the order should be adverb of manner, adverb of place, and adverb of time. Then adverbs of frequency. Now, adverbs of frequency and certain other adverbs like already, hardly, scarcely, nearly, quiet, just are normally placed between the subject and the verb. If the verb consists of only one word, remember, in the first four sentences you can notice, you never help me, we often go there, we usually go by car, I quite agree with you. Now in all these four sentences, the verb consists of only one word, help, go in the second and third sentence, agree in the fourth sentence. So over here, adverbs of frequency has been placed between the subject and the verb. Subject, like never has been placed between the subject you and the verb help. Often has been placed between the subject we and the verb go. Again, usually has been placed between the subject we and the verb go. And quiet has been placed between the subject I and the verb agree. But all the verbs over here, the verbs in all these four sentences consist of only one word in that particular sentence. But if there is more than one word in the verb, they are put after the first word or the auxiliary, you can say. Alright, if adverbs of frequency and certain other adverbs are placed after the first auxiliary if the verb consists of more than one word, like in the fifth sentence, the verb is of two words actually, have, heard. So over here, the adverb of frequency will be placed right after the first auxiliary. Alright, that is have. I have just heard the news. Then adverbs are placed after the main be verb forms. Alright, like am, is, are, was, were. So if in a sentence there is the verb be or its form, am, is, are, was, were, then the adverb will be placed, adverb of frequency will be placed right after the verb be or its forms. There is always somebody at home in the evenings. They are never late for college. So in both these sentences, you will observe the position of the adverb of frequency. It has been placed right after the verb is and are. Always and never have been placed right after the verb is and are, the forms of be. Now, when an adverb modifies an adjective or another adverb in a sentence, then the adverb generally comes before the adjective or another adverb which it actually modifies. Like, I'm quite happy to wait for you here. So over here, the adverb quiet is placed just before the adjective happy, which it is modifying. Similarly, she fell and hurt her leg rather badly. Again, over here, the position of the adverb rather is just before another adverb in the sentence, that is badly. It is modifying this another adverb badly over here. So the position of rather is just before it. So these are the most important rules that you need to remember. And if the position, of any of the adverbs change in the sentence, if it, you happen to place it wrong, the meaning of a sentence, changes completely according to the position of the adverb only. So please be mindful about it. We have completed a very important aspect of the adverb today. So kindly go through the video again, revise the topic thoroughly, and practice the exercises that are given in your book. All right, children. Thank you. Bye bye.